I think business is a game, and I have so much fun playing this game of business. The ability to learn, the ability to like mentor a team. It's not even like competing against, it's like competing against myself, right? To like get better every single day. That game keeps me alive. And like, I don't think I'm like someone who's ever gonna retire because I love that game.
I mean, as two folks who are playing this game, like, a lot of the rules of the game have changed in the last 6 months. It's difficult to fundraise, or it's getting more expensive to spend on ads, and CAC is going up. Like, how are you balancing a lot of that stuff? Or is it not affecting you given the stage of company you're at?
My co-founder and I have always joked that it's kind of like that scene in, if you ever watched The Dark Knight, it's like when, Dark Knight, he's like fighting him, and then Bane's like, you think you can see in the darkness, like I was born in the darkness, like I'm on a whole nother level. Like,
are you born in the darkness?
I don't know if we were like born in darkness, but that's kind of dark. But like we definitely started it right before COVID.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh my God, like this is worst timing ever. And then like the whole iOS 14 happened.
Yeah.
And then now with like looming recession, we're like, oh God, like it's like the world doesn't want to give, like just stop throwing shit at us. But I also think it's like, this probably happens to every founder. Like it doesn't matter what stage, like some type of thing is happening to you.
Totally.
It doesn't matter, whether it's personal, professional, probably we'll figure it out.
I refuse to even like accept the fact that we may fail with this business. Regardless, odds, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, I wake up every day riddled with anxiety about the next things I've got to figure out. Have you guys had to be forced with the reality of potentially losing it?
So when we tried to manufacture the product the first time, we wanted to go international because that was where the best instant ramen manufacturers were. We spent like 8 months finding this amazing manufacturer. It's family owned, high quality. We shipped product to them, and then the FDA in Taiwan blocked one of our core ingredients.
Oh my God.
And they burned our entire inventory shipment.
This was your own money? You guys had raised money?
It was our own money, we were bootstrapping. And then after that, COVID started, international borders shut down. And we were like, oh my God, like business is over.
You actually thought that? You thought it's done?
That wasn't even the only time. That was actually probably the better one, where we were like, okay, business is over. Maybe we can find a manufacturer in the US. We had hope. And then we found this manufacturer in California. Like after a year of R&D with them, they produced this product we were just not happy with. And we had this chef, we worked with him very closely. He tried the final version of the noodle that we were gonna launch with, and he called us and he said, Kevin, I just wanna tell you that if you launch this, you're gonna fail. He was like, this is horrible. I sat in the bathtub, like in the darkness of my bathroom.
Stop it. You were born in the darkness.
It was born in the darkness, yeah, seriously. And I just remember, I had my head down and I was just like, I didn't cry, but I was like really, really sad. I
I cried a million times here.
I was just like, we're gonna fail as soon as we launch. But we had no choice. We launched, and it was not great. There was 9 months of knowing it was not the product we were proud of, me knowing the reviews were gonna be bad, me knowing that my friends were gonna be too nice to tell me what they really thought, me being scared to even go to public events. I even told my friends, I was like, please don't buy this. I'm not proud of this, like don't buy it. It's just the worst feeling. So my mental health just spiraled. That was probably the worst 9 months ever, while we were like trying to figure out how to create a better version. Now looking back in hindsight, I am almost thankful for that opportunity, where I think I've developed a tough exterior shell. But no, you only think about the positive, you only think about the end goal, you're gonna get there. It's affirmations, or Gen Z calls it manifesting. Yes, manifesting. But I do think I also have a strong personal foundation in that amazing fiance who I've been with for a very long time, who is like also my therapist in many ways. I have like a strong circle of close friends, and like I have 2 parents who are still together. There are some founders I've met, even in my venture capital days, where I look at their background and I'm like, oh yeah, like you do have a great safety net. Like you're gonna be fine no matter what. And for me, like I have 2 immigrant parents who came to this country with no money, no social capital. And in Asian culture, you're raised to eventually take care of your family. I don't think we have that safety net. If things fail, like maybe we don't have the privilege of immediately jumping back into another company. Maybe we gotta go work and make sure that our families are okay. But that being said, my parents came to this country with nothing. They didn't even know English.
Look at us.
Look at, like, if they could make it and they gave us all these privileges, man, I have no excuse. I have zero excuse.
But like, is some of this like, I want to just prove everybody wrong, but then also there's this mission? Like, what's the dance between those two things?
When we were children, it was very much like us against everyone, and having people say no or having people laugh in my face, shaming me for me trying to be authentically who I was and not being accepted. Of course, I'm gonna have that visceral reaction when I'm trying to share that culture with someone else and someone's like, no, I don't believe in you. Of course, you're gonna put them on your shit list immediately. And I've tried very hard, and I'm sure you have too, to like overcome that, because these are the childhood traumas that is important to overcome.
Yeah.
But I still remember the names, and I am trying my best, because I think in this like game of life and the game of business, it's like if you really want to be better every day, you do have to learn to overcome these things, because it probably isn't healthy to hold on to these.
In the things we're doing, it's really hard to know where to look for advice. You can talk to a co-founder, you can talk to investors, but there's definitely like some dynamics.
Poison the well.
Yeah. So like, how do you think about that?
For most of my life, the things I've learned about even like America and culture, like I've had to learn by learning
watching
to just like
TV
watching TV shows, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like
making the mistake at summer camp, learning
exactly,
and
and just like asking people, and so the way I learn about everything is through like people older than me, people who've been further, even people younger than me.
Yeah.
Like, because I care a lot about family and being a good parent, being a good father. My mentors tend to be people who are like, they've accomplished a lot in their career, but I look at their family life, like that is what I would be proud to be.
That's like an aspirational life.
It's an aspirational. Like, I think the reason I'm able to give so much to other people, or why I care so much about teaching, is because I had I had parents who cared about me. Yeah. And that was the best gift they gave to me, and so I want to pass that on even to like my own kids. And so I can be the Steve Jobs, I can be the Elon Musk, but if I'm a terrible father, if I'm a terrible husband, that's not success to me. I'd rather take a haircut in the career if I can be like a 10 times better husband or a 10 times better father.
Yeah.
Because like, what's the point of getting to the finish line if there's no one there with you?
Totally.
To celebrate.
Totally.
There is no point.
My last question for you is that in many ways, our job is to convince one person as private businesses to take an action. Mm-hmm. How personal has that gotten for you? Do you feel like, shit, this person passed and they passed on me? Not the business, not like our progress, they passed on me.
Holding the burden of trying to be the be-all, end-all personality, like the one who carries everything, it is so stressful, right? It's like, the sooner you can relieve that stress on yourself as an individual and let the people who you've brought on to carry this mission with you, to share the burden. Is like, I think that does relieve a lot of the stress, but it's probably also like how you like level up. Like at a certain point when you've like quote unquote made it, then it becomes around like, okay, I'm no longer like this selfish, like I care about the next concentric circle of like, you care about like your family, your friends, and after that you start caring about your community, and then you start caring about the world, and it's like you can bring everyone else along for the ride, and you can realize like you don't have to carry that whole weight on your own shoulders. Well, dude, thank you. Can I officially say bye now?